guys, today we are doing animal control. So if you see in the background, I've already taken some 4-foot stakes and ground them in the ground. I've only got 4, so I just did the perimeter. And the idea is to keep rabbits, deer, basically all the wildlife out. I went to Lowe's, 24-inch by 50-foot chicken wire. This is the main purpose of this. I feel like at the bottom would be to keep rabbits and small animals out. And I'm going to go ahead and just move the camera so you can see my little collection here. So I've got some rope that I'm going to try. I've got Irish Spring soap, and then I'm going to try some dryer sheets. So it's still not time to plant yet, but I feel like the animal control is an easy thing to do while we're waiting for planting season. And it has rained for the past 2 days, so the ground is nice and soft and ready to go, which made it a little bit easier to put those stakes in the ground. So I may not have enough chicken wire, and that's okay. I can go back and get some more, but I just want to get that bottom covered, and then we've got the rope to try to go around the top to keep the deer out for the dryer sheets. So we'll see how it works out. Okay, so we now have the chicken wire up. It wasn't long enough to go around the other side, so I'm just going to pick up another one before I come back. The plan is to go down, and you can see some of the dirt is just a little bit higher on the sides. So I'm just going to build this up on both sides to kind of get it in the ground, so that way nothing can get underneath. So I'm going to go ahead and start doing that now. As you can see, I just went through and just used some of those dirt clumps that were left over from whenever we tilled to just try to create a barrier on both sides of the chicken wire. Down here at the bottom, which you might not be able to see, we have taken some old barbed wire that was on our land that had been here who knows how long, and just made little hooks with that and stuck it into the ground to try to secure the fence. And then just took these extra clumps that are basically worthless and just stuck those around. So also we found some more of the post just laying around. So we cut those in half and just tried to give it a little bit more support. So those weren't bought, we just found those laying around. And the next step that I'm going to do is I'm just going to take some string, tie it around at the top of the posts. And then I've got some, I think what I'm going to do is tie some dryer sheets to the string, the rope, as well as maybe some on the chicken wire as well. So that way at least it'll smell bad. Hopefully they'll stay out. So, all right, let's get back to work. Okay, so we've got 2 layers of rope, as you can see. And my plan is, I just bought the cheapest thing I could find, which was a box of 40 sheets of Snuggle. I think it was like $1.50. I plan on probably replacing these throughout the season because I'm sure being in the weather will make them obviously less smelly. So all I'm doing is I'm just going to take a sheet. Sorry, waiting for the car to go by. So I'm just going to tie my dryer sheet probably on the top rope, and then I'm thinking that I'm just going to also put some down on the chicken wire as well. So that way, hopefully, it won't only deter the deer, but it's also if an animal is trying to dig underneath or something, it might try to avoid that area. So I'm just going to hang a couple today because I don't want to use all of my dryer sheets, obviously, if I don't have anything planted. I want to keep those to keep them as fresh as I possibly can. So I'm just going to show you on the top as well as on the bottom, and then when I come to plant, I will probably go ahead and stick those out as well. I think I'm going to do the same with the Irish soap. So, okay, so I'm just taking my sheet, another car, sorry. So I'm just taking another sheet, doing a simple knot. Don't want them to come off if the wind blows or anything like that. Try to tie it as tight as I can. I don't know if it makes a difference, but I'm trying to just kind of feather it out a little bit to just try to extend that out there. So I'll probably do that maybe once every 3 foot or something, just enough on the top rope to keep enough around. And then I'm going to just maybe middle of the way down through the chicken wire, do the same, just a little knot. After a couple of these, your fingers start to become slimy. Okay, so that's just the plan, is to just, you know, just around the barrier, not use the whole box, obviously, but do as best as I can to try to make this area as smelly as possible to keep those animals out. So we'll see how that works out. All right, well, I guess that's it for today. If you would just like and subscribe.